Welcome back to Pro Tool Reviews. I'm Josh McGaffigan. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for the latest tool reviews and industry news. Today we're going to be taking a look at Metabo HPT's 36-volt rear handle circular saw. We've got some test cuts laid out that we're going to run through here in a little bit, but first I wanted to go ahead and give you a little tour of this saw, give you some of the features, that way you'll know what to expect whenever you go pick one up. Right off the bat, guys, this saw is lightweight. Comes in at 10.69 pounds, which if you're used to rear handle saws, you'll know that's pretty lightweight. I mean, it's a featherweight realistically. It does have 3 positive stops on the bevel. Uses a magnesium shoe as well as a magnesium blade cover. You've got your stop right there at 45 and then 53 degrees. Just got to shift that a little bit. Up at the front, once again, we've got our cut line indicators at 0 and 45 degrees. They don't include one for 53 degrees. That's pretty typical from what we've seen on other saws. Going towards the back, guys, this handle is it's beefy to say the least, but it really does feel secure. It's got this really nice rubber overmold. Even if your hands are a little sweaty, it's very easy to hang on to this thing. It is OSHA compliant. Right here you can see it's tether ready. So if you're working at height, be sure to keep a line on this thing, that way it doesn't fall. And if you happen to be working down on the sawhorses, it does have a rafter hook right here. Hooks very comfortably on 2x material. Very secure. Back on the other side. Now we did mention before, this is a 36-volt system and it's running off of a single Metabo HPT multi-volt battery. All right, so now that we've kind of gotten some idea of what's going on here, let's go ahead and run through some test cuts. We're going to do some cross cuts at 0 degrees. We're going to do a few bevel cuts, and we're also going to do a few compound miter cuts. So, throw on my safety glasses. Now when I'm doing this blade cover is really smooth. It doesn't hang up at all. We've actually been really impressed by this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and switch my bevel to 45 degrees. Now one thing we do want to talk about with doing these bevel cuts is right here on the front, you notice the 45 degree marker, but what I found during my testing is that when I was originally cutting on my line, you have to line it up dead square in the middle here. You can't be too close to either side because it's going to be off. If you cut over here, you're going to be on the low side of the cut. If you aim it over here, you're going to be on the high side, so you really need to stay at the bottom of this groove here. I'm lining my cut up right there at the base of this groove, not on either side. Okay, now arguably this is a challenging cut for any circular saw, but we were able to move at a decent pace and make it through that cut with relative ease. I'm going to do a few more cuts now. Okay, this is actually going to bring us to one of our gripes. And for the most part, guys, we really do like this saw. It's a good saw. There's really not anything wrong with it, but there are a few things that we would maybe like to see added in future iterations of it. Right off the bat, there's no tool storage. And it sounds like a silly thing, but guys, this is a small wrench. We've got a big shop. It gets misplaced easily. So it would be nice to have some place to keep it actually on the tool so you don't lose it. And you can do blade changes pretty much on the fly. The other thing that we noticed is there's no dust blower on the front of the housing to keep your cut line clear. So if you saw during that last cut, it did get a little bit gummed up with sawdust, kind of got offline a little bit. But again, not a huge deal. We're working inside, so we don't get the added effect of the wind, but it would be nice to have that dust blower to keep your line clear. Now, one thing we did notice with this saw, again, there's no LED work light. It's not really a huge deal because if you're working outdoors, you'll have plenty of sun, but if you're working inside, you might have an issue with shadows cast on your cut line. But with that said, this saw does have excellent cut line visibility from either side, so whether you're right-handed, left-handed, it really won't matter. You'll be perfectly fine. So as a bare tool, the Metabo HPT rear handle saw retails for $199. It also retails for $349 as a kit that includes a single 4-amp-hour battery and a charger. These can be found at your favorite Metabo HPT dealer. After getting to spend some good quality time with this saw, it's really become a fan favorite around the shop. Frankly, the power to weight ratio just make it really nice for a rear handle saw, which tend to be on the heavier side, and we feel it'll be very competitive around the job site. All in all, this saw is a 9.5 out of 10. If you have any questions about Metabo HPT's latest rear handle saw, leave them in the comments down below. And if you want to know more, hit the link in the description to read the full written review on our website. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching.